extended period of time. That's for those of you watching the replay, because I know y'all just coming in, but that's what we're going to get into today. Now, for those of y'all who are watching live, let me give you kind of the backstory. So I was on a live chat recently with my Self-Crown VIP members. That's my private app, by the way, where I answer questions. So one young lady, and she's been down with the group for about 2 years now. She's been down for a while. And apparently the entire time she's been single, she was like, okay, D, I know you tell us how to heal from this, heal from that. I'm ready to get a man. I'm not desperate, but I'm ready for companionship. I'm ready to settle down. I think I have what it takes. I was like, exactly what do you mean by that? You have what it takes. Fill me in. She said, well, first off, I'm beautiful. So I know, guys are constantly trying me. I'm beautiful. I work hard. I'm willing to be submissive if he's able to lead. I'm very intelligent. I got this education, that education. I'm a sapiosexual. I said, look, you ain't got to go no further. That tells me all I need to know. The fact that you are an intelligent woman, the fact that you are smart, and this goes for everybody else listening, the fact that you are a thinker as a woman drastically increases your chances for being single for an extended amount of time. Now, I gotta say this. I'm not saying that women in relationships are dumber or dumb or stupid if they're wives or whatever. Y'all know how the internet is. If I say, I like hot dogs, like, he's saying he hates hamburgers. No, it's not like that. There's a reason why, as a woman who is a thinker, a woman who's an intellectual, if you're a reader, you don't even gotta have like a formal education, higher education, a BS degree, a PhD, none of that stuff. But if you are a smart woman, you're more likely to be single for a year, 2 years, 3 years plus. And that's not even a long time these days. Some of y'all, 5 years, 10 years, you've been single. Now, the first reason why, like I said, it's not because getting in a relationship is dumb. I do believe that once you do get into a relationship, your chances are also higher to have that healthy relationship. But the first reason why intelligent women tend to be single much longer is because the dating pool for you guys is much smaller. It's just like if you go to school, there's way more people getting a bachelor's degree than there are those who are getting a PhD. There's way more people in school who have a 2.0 or a 2.5 GPA than those who have a 4.0. There's only one summa cum laude, magna cum laude in a high school or stuff like that. Like as you go up the pyramid of intelligence, you're going to decrease the amount of people who qualify to fit in that. And as a woman who is a thinker, as a woman who is intelligent and intellectual, you're only going to be able to connect with somebody who's mentally equally yoked. It's going to be very difficult for you, frustrating for you, intolerable for you to deal with somebody who cannot keep up with you mentally. Put I down in the chat if I'm talking to anybody. Y'all who are thinkers, and I'm not even saying I necessarily, think like this myself, like this is the measurement of all intelligence, but y'all who are smart, y'all ever had a man text you and the grammar was all jacked up? Not colloquialisms, not a little slang here and there, a little shorthand. No. Like he literally could not spell. He know the difference between there, and there. He just was horrible. Like you had to squint. You feel like your IQ went down whenever you read those text messages. If you are a sapiosexual, more than likely you got turned off. And I'm just giving one example. Like as a thinker, as a woman, like your attraction is going to be heavily predicated on how you see that or how you connect with that man on a mental level. If he can't mentally stimulate you, he can't physically touch you. Again, let me know if I'm speaking facts or if I'm telling a lie. But that's the first reason why your dating pool is a lot smaller. The amount of men that you can connect with is a lot smaller. The second reason why intelligent women tend to be single more often, or if you come across a woman that's been single 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, she's likely a very intelligent woman. She's likely a very smart woman. It's because a lot of people who are in relationships, especially those that get into back-to-back relationships, are really in dependentships. They're not in relationships. Y'all all know somebody. Maybe you've been there yourself, so ain't no shame. But a lot of those women tend to depend on a man for his resources. That's who thinks for her, whatever the case may be. But intelligent women, not only because they go and get higher education, but because of their ability to gather information and hold on to it, they can perform better in the workplace. They can start their own businesses that actually succeed. They tend to create a situation for themselves where they're not going to be with a man strictly because he has money. They're going to be with a man based on the merit of his character, his integrity, his morals, his healing, his evolution, like as an evolved man. And because that does not represent the majority of men, that's not man bashing, that's just speaking facts. Y'all tell me if I'm lying. Single women are more likely to stay single, smart women are more likely to stay single longer until they find the man that's right for them, not the man that they need in order for survival. Another reason why intelligent women tend to be single much longer is because they're better at learning from not only their mistakes, but the mistakes of others. They don't have to step in 10 times to know that it stinks. They go through something and their mind says from now on, I'm going to take away your peace anytime you get close to that. Not in the sense of like triggers. It's just that intuition is a lot sharper with a woman who's intelligent. She can't even force a relationship with somebody who's replicating the same BS she had to pray her way out of. She can't even force it. She can't tolerate it. Meanwhile, if a woman's not really thinking, she may just be strictly impulsive, emotionally led, and everybody's had that season of their life. If you've ever had that, it's not saying you're not intelligent. But after that first, second, maybe that third rendezvous where you let your heart take the lead and you just ignored all common sense or whatever, if you're truly an intelligent woman, at some point, you're going to be like, I'd rather just find a way to be happy in my singleness, fulfilled in my singleness until I find that person that's an upgrade to my singleness. As opposed to people who really ain't that, honestly, they just don't have the mental capacity. So they just keep running to the same old stuff and they'd rather acclimate down to somebody's lowered standards. Intelligent women say, I'd rather adjust to your absence than to acclimate to your disrespect. Another reason why intelligent women tend to be single much longer is because knowledge is power. And insecure, weak men are intimidated by powerful women. Or like we said yesterday, a lot of weak men are turned off by women they cannot control. The more information a woman has, the harder she is to control. And when a woman is smart, like she relies on her intelligence as a survival mechanism. She figures things out. She's keen. She knows the signs to look for. She's always looking for more information. When a woman is on that in any capacity, she's definitely on that interpersonally. So you'll find women who are smart that's made dumb decisions in their relationships. No doubt about it. But you won't find too many that keeps making the exact same mistakes over and over and over again. And when they get with a man, it's not even just the mental stimulation. They're going to have higher standards for that man. Because they built on their past experiences, because they've learned from their mistakes, by the time an intelligent woman is in her second, third, or fourth relationship, she got all kinds of standards for his emotional intelligence, for his ability to communicate, for his ability to put aside his ego and pride. She already can recognize a narcissist, gaslighting. She knows all of this stuff. So it's very intimidating to a man who hates accountability because he got a woman that she don't play that. She know the game. She's not only smart in the book, she's not only smart in just common sense. Like in a relationship, she's smart as well if she has any type of experience. And again, that's a turnoff to a man who wants to control a woman. As a matter of fact, if you study history, back in the slave days, the slave masters didn't even want the slaves to have books. They would get punished for that. Why? Because knowledge is power. If you empower people mentally, they're very hard to control. So a man who's looking to control you is really looking for you to be dumb. He's looking for you not to know what's going on. Not to peep game, not to have learned from your mistakes, not to have learned from the mistakes of others, not to have delved into to different resources, not to be watching me, not to be watching this video or videos like mine, podcast. And this is why, as a smart woman, as an intelligent woman, as a woman whose dating pool is smaller, as a woman who does not necessarily depend on a man, even though you can value the right man, as a woman who's a sapiosexual, you have to know the strategies to attract men who complement you, who are on the same level as you, men who can take you to a higher level in life than what you've already taken yourself by yourself. And that's only going to be an evolved man, because this is what I've also seen for women who are intellectuals, for women who are smart, women who are thinkers, women who ain't no dummy, when playing nobody's fool over and over again. Y'all know that in terms of like an individual competence, but you've never been taught how to position yourself for a man who deserves you. So you continuously do give yourself to people who don't. They're able to play on your heart, and that's when you ignore your mind. And those of you who have done that, you've regretted it every single time. You knew you should have went with what you saw from that man instead of what you felt. You knew you should have went by what you recognized in him and what you've seen in terms of his patterns instead of what you hoped for. But if you go by the strategies that actually work, if you continue to delve into information that can help you position yourself for an evolved man, you can actually stop that pattern. And you don't have to be single much longer than what you want to be single. Now, if you want more information on that, I actually have given those strategies for free, step by step. In my secret masterclass, the secrets to making evolved men crave you. It's actually not secret because I put the link right down here in the comments, also in the caption whenever you back out. And again, that's absolutely free. You ain't got to pay me nothing. Hour long, I went in on how to attract evolved men. If you have prepared yourself for that, and if you want to prepare yourself for that, I'll also go over that in that masterclass as well. Again, that's at the link pinned down here in the comments, also in the caption whenever you back out. If you haven't registered yet, go ahead, because it comes down after it gets to 150 people. But back to what I was saying. For those of you who always try to qualify yourself, why you shouldn't have to be single, you know that you're ready, you know that you're wife material, you know that you're ready to receive love and give love to the fullest extent, and you're thinking to yourself, man, why is it that I can't with all of these great qualities? Those great qualities may be exactly why your single season doesn't look like everybody else's. You know, McDonald's can hire just anybody for that cash register position at one of their restaurants. It don't really take that much to fill that role. But whenever you really top tier, when you really cream of the crop, that resume got to look a whole lot different in order to fit the job description, to be able to meet the needs. And that's okay, because your position, or that position in your life, comes with a lot more responsibility and a lot more damage if that responsibility isn't taken seriously. So take your time. You'll be glad you did. But those are just my thoughts. If you got anything from this, share this message right now for somebody else that you can bless by sharing it on your timeline. And if you're in the market for an evolved man, click the link. Again, jump on over there now before it fills up to get access to secrets to making evolved men crave you. That's my free masterclass where I break down how to position yourself and how to attract multiple evolved men. I'll let y'all be good. Peace.